Thank you, Cara. People living in that area have had to worry about the flames threatening their homes and businesses for 24 hours now.
Northern News Now's Natalie Hepner spoke with business owners and residents who had to evacuate their homes as the flames inched closer.
Battling a wildfire on their own land.
I have some significant timber stands there that I'm concerned about, and so that's why I'm down here trying to check things out.
Alan Finnefrock is the owner of the Finnefrock Tree Farm in Barnum. The family has owned that land since 1934.
We've planted about 25,000 trees on this property over the years.
With the wildfire now in its second day, Finnefrock watches on as aircrafts carrying water helped suppress and control the flames.
I see now, just by looking over, I see that it's maybe burned quite a bit of the property, and they're still working right on my property now.
James Klum lives on County Road 11 and says his property was only 50 feet away from fire control efforts.
They had me evacuate this morning because it was that close. Flames were going 90 feet in the air, and they looked like they were pretty close.
Hopeful for containment and thankful for help along the way.
I feel a deep sense of gratitude to my family, to my parents, to the many, many family members that have helped me plant trees, and to the heroes out there in the aircraft and on the ground fighting this fire.
In Barnum, Natalie Hepner, Northern News Now.
And there are 4 local departments helping fight that fire along with the Minnesota DNR.
Yeah, we will continue to bring you updates on air and online on northernnewsnow.com.